So these are my top 10 movies of the year. I'm going to try not to give too long of an explanation because no one cares, and this is just my taste, so don't get mad. I'm just a chill guy, man. I'm just a little guy. Now, at number 10, we do have Night Swim. I'm just kidding. At number 10, we have Alien Romulus. I'm not going to lie, I'm the type of guy where a certain part can make a movie for me, and this movie was pretty mid up until that last part, and if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it was just fucking awesome, and it deserved to make this list. At number 9, we have Challengers. It's just such good drama. At number 8, we have Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't care if you don't like it. You're weird. This was totally Marvel being back. It gave me all the joy, and if you didn't like it, you suck. It was awesome. At number 7, we have Didi. I really like coming-of-age movies, so just be prepared for the rest of the list. I thought it was just going to be a copy of Mid-90s when I first saw it, and Mid-90s is one of my favorite movies, so I was ready to hate. And no, it's totally its own thing. I related to it, actually, I would say more than Mid-90s. It's just a lot more personal, super moving, heartwarming, just totally a good coming-of-age flick, and I'm a sucker for those. At number 6, we have Snack Shack. Just a fun time. I saw it 3 times in the theater. It's just bring back these type of movies. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Any movie with kids on bikes is just a good movie. At number 5, we have Speak No Evil. I'm a big thriller guy, and if your thriller sucks, it sucks. This was not a sucky thriller, and I heard this was just a copy and paste of an original film. I don't care. This one was better. I haven't seen the first, but this one was better. Also, if you don't know, the film has like a kid's tongue cut off, and I heard in the original they show the tongue being cut off. Why do I want to see that? I think this movie was more tasteful. At number 4, we have Baby Girl. Now, I might lose some dudes. I'm a freaky dude. As you can tell by my silly little shirt. And this is totally up my alley. I watched it with my girlfriend. We had a blast. Harry Dickinson, I don't know what his name is, absolutely kills it. The part where they're laughing at him being overly dominant is just, it feels so authentic and some goofy shit I would do. And also, this film was just personal in negative and good ways and taught me a lot about myself, and I just love all A24 movies. I'm gonna be honest, this was just Nicole Kidman banger. At number 3, we have Substance. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I almost walked out about 40 minutes to an hour up into this movie. How is this my number 3 if that almost happened? I'll tell you why. I feel like everyone is trying to copy the A24 artsy style nowadays and just wants to be weird, quirky, and different. And I'm not gonna lie, the first hour of this was kind of just like, what is this weird artsy house just not landing film? The dialogue's weird. The acting's even a little weird. But by the end of the movie, you realize you're being trolled, and that's the whole point of the movie, is you're kind of supposed to feel uncomfortable and weird, and the director is just an absolute genius, and by the end, it all is just worth it, and I don't want to spoil it, but if you haven't seen it, please go check it out. It's absolutely absurd of an ending. This is why I love movies. I was laughing my ass off. It has so many messages in one. It's beautiful. It's just art. It's grotesque. My family was on edibles during it, and definitely don't recommend that. But oh my god, this was something else. The last hour just makes up for the first hour, and it kind of just all ties together. And it's just basically, if you don't like Substance, you're the problem, and you're not in on it. And I'm sorry, your brain's not smart enough. Number 2, we have Anora. Now, this was gonna be my number 1. But I found another movie, unfortunately, like right after Anora. But Anora is absolutely beautiful. I saw it 4 times in the theater. Mikey Madison is stellar, incredible. One of my favorite actresses today. The supporting cast is hilarious. Every time I watched it, I would laugh every single time. I love Sean Baker's style. He's one of my favorite directors. It's so improv-y and just, he knocks out of the park every time. Again, so many different messages. I've seen people not getting it, and it just pisses me off because they just clearly missed the point of the movie if this movie pissed you off. And yeah, it's heartbreaking, but also a comedy, and that's a great combination in my book. Now, number 1, we have a movie called I Like Movies. Now, this was released in Canada, I believe, in 2022, but it was just recently released on like Prime Video and all that in 2024. So this definitely deserves to make the list. This is one of the best movies I've ever fucking seen. It's definitely super duper personal, but man, I just like movies. And I found this character scarily relatable sometimes. And what better yet than to watch a movie about yourself? It's awesome to be disgusted in yourself. I love when movies are real. Like, yeah, what you're watching is gross and you want to hurt this character, but you relate to him. You don't feel good about it, but you just do. It's a film about narcissism, trauma, liking movies. It's funny, fast-paced. The editing is incredible. I showed this to so many of my friends and so many family members. I watched it like 4 days in a row because it's just that good, and there's just so much to take from it. And the main kid is so good, and it's a female director, and she's just incredible. The only other work I've seen of her is she has a really good short film on YouTube that is just really heartbreaking. This film also has Veronica in it, who's a hilarious comedian, TikToker, Instagram comedian. I know they hate being called that, but she's just hilarious. And yeah, go support her. I actually watched this movie and was upset I didn't make it. That's how good it was, because this is so something I would want to make. So yeah, please go check that one out. If you hated my list, sorry, not sorry. There's a ton of honorable mentions: Beetlejuice, Furiosa, Nosferatu, Strange Darling, Y2K, Saturday Night, Wild Robot, Poor Things. Poor Things was like late December, so I think it counts as 2024. Sting, Interstellar, because my first time seeing it was this year in IMAX, and oh my god, if that movie was not this year, it would be my number one of the year. I was sleeping on that movie. Inside Out 2, Despicable Me 4, and The Complete Unknown, because Timothée Chalamet is just the GOAT. I don't even care if the movie was horrendous. He's just the GOAT, and the movie wasn't horrendous. It's actually pretty entertaining, and I don't know if it's just because of Timmy, but still. What was on your guys' top 10? I want to know. Comment below. I will deadass read them, and we could argue about it in the comments. It'd be sick.